Hello friends, worldwide. This is Nessie. I invite you all guys all over the world to my new show. Especially also my Pakistani and Indian friends. I hope they will not be knocking each other's heads. So and all rest of you also welcome. I'm a Scotsman, but I would like to comment on American politics. When I think of the year 2009, one name drops to my head like a stone. The name is Obama bin Laden. It's Obama. Yeah, you know what I mean. But maybe others don't know who this guy really is. Maybe he doesn't know himself exactly where he was born and how. Was it Kenya? Was it Hawaii? It's a little bit surprising to me that although this issue has not been cleared up since several months since this question arose, whether he's whether he's a natural born citizen of the U.S., whatever that means, it's surprising to me that there is no bigger discussion about this issue in the mass media. I mean, in YouTube, this topic is covered quite widely. But what about the rest of the media? The founding fathers of the U.S. maybe had some idea what they meant when they put this condition in the Constitution that a guy who wants to be president of the United States of America should be naturally born citizen of that country. In my opinion, it would be sufficient to have a parent who is a citizen of that country, which certainly applies to Obama. But it seems the Constitution goes a bit further. They want that someone was delivered on U.S. soil, not only U.S. occupied soil like Panama or whatever, but really proper U.S., including Alaska. So, what shall we say to that? He doesn't come up with any proper certification of his birth, whether from Kenya or from Hawaii. And also it seems that many other papers which should be available to the public, to the scrutiny of the public, it makes me cough. They are really lost or can't be found or whatever. That seems a bit strange to me, but that's not all which seems strange these days to me. The whole financial and economic crisis in this world seems also a bit strange. I'm actually afraid of losing my pension funds, but I'm already old. I can manage somehow. I'm also a small person. But what about you and others? We were dreaming of a white Christmas and a white sandy beach in the Caribbean or something like that when we are old. But no, nothing. Maybe we can sit in the Central Park under a nice tree or whatever. And when it comes to this crisis topic, I would like to recommend all my listeners 2 or 3 names which came to me via YouTube, and I found their comments. The comments of these guys pretty enlightening, and they predicted the stock market crash and the devaluation of the dollar and all that already months or even a year before these things happen. So they must be quite quite well informed, and one of these names is Vision Victory. One word, like the vision, like one of these visions, as they are mentioned in the Bible, and also politicians are having them frequently, just not as much correct as those in the Bible. The Vision Victory, and the other one is George Ford Title, Filipino American. Filipinos always come out with some outstanding evaluations of situations, especially this guy. He's based in California and moved to a tent recently because he couldn't prevent the foreclosure of his house or something like that. And he really gives sound advice how to survive from storing canned foods to getting into commodities, especially gold and silver, whoever can afford that, or getting out of the U.S. altogether. I think it was him who said that because, this threat of FEMA camps and upcoming constitutional crisis and maybe martial law, all that stuff. So I don't know what we have to expect from that. I'm far from the U.S., thanks God, I would say. But to all you guys over there, I just wish you that God will guide you through all things to come. And just what I want to say, don't rely on guns, ammunition, and all that stuff. I'm anti. I'm an anti-shooting guy. Really, I don't recommend going to wildlands. Better take your backpack, go to the mountains or something like that. Instead of knocking each other's heads. It's not really so decent. Although I know in the internet there are many people giving just that advice: stock up with canned food, stock up with ammunition. I don't agree with the latter. So anyhow, there are also some other guys in the internet, financial types, which might give some very valuable advice how to proceed. There's one type from Switzerland. His accent alone is worth a little look at that man. His name is Mark Faber, and his spelling M-A-R-C, and then Faber, F-A-B-E-R, like those pants, Faber-Castell pants. And there are other types like Peter Schiff, very prominent financial advisor, and he's also pretty correct with whatever he says. And yeah, name them. They are there all in YouTube. You just have to scroll and to click a little bit. You'll certainly get around those types. And that was my first show so far, and I hope to be back soon. And I would like to hear any comments or whatever it is, critical, appraisal, whatever. I'm open to anything. Yeah, thank you very much. Bye bye.